Hello, and thanks for tuning in to GamerU, your home for the best tips and tricks for the hottest games. Today we will be taking a look at Bubble Witch Saga 2 for the iPad. As the name would imply, bubbles are an important part of Bubble Witch Saga 2. In fact, they make up the entire game. It only makes sense then that there would be special bubbles to be found, used, and dealt with in the game. I will cover these bubbles and tips for handling them. In my journeys through the game, I have encountered 4 special bubbles that are scattered throughout levels. Each one presents its own advantages and disadvantages to your gameplay, and each one must be handled appropriately in order to do your best as you play. These 4 bubble types are the Line Blast Bubble, Cloudy Bubbles, Solid Bubbles, and Black Holes. While the last one may not exactly be a bubble, it is very similar to the bubbles in a number of ways, and I will treat it as such. The first of these is the Line Blast Bubble. This type of bubble explodes when it is hit, and it takes out the line that it is on. It also knocks out any lower levels of bubbles beneath it. Bubbles like this can be extremely useful and follow the principle of aim for higher bubbles as opposed to lower ones. The only disadvantage these bubbles present is that they are normally found in the more puzzle-oriented levels. The next of these are the Cloudy Bubbles. They are bubbles that have a gray cloud over them until they are hit. After that, you can see the bubble color. These bubbles don't help much, but they can hurt a bunch if you aren't careful. I always try to handle these bubbles in a way that you can still hit the cloudy bubble after you reveal it. This next bubble is the solid bubble. These bubbles are the most annoying bubbles in the game because they don't pop. That means the only way to get rid of them is to make them drop. These can be tough to handle, and much like the Line Blast bubbles, they are normally found on tougher levels. The last of the bubbles on this list are the black holes. These bubbles will eat the shots you shoot at them and keep you from lining up the shots you want. However, they are only able to take 3 shots before they disappear. Thus, you have 2 options to get rid of these bubbles. You can either overfeed these bubbles or get rid of them the normal way. With these different special bubbles, there is plenty of variety that can be added into the game to make the levels you face more challenging, but make the victories that much more rewarding. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to keep coming back to GamerU for the best tips and tricks for your favorite games.